Well, hello, all of my students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Jay, and it's time for some breaking news. Breaking news. Hope you're ready for some learning and laughter. I have an English through news lesson, and I am going to read a news story and I am going to teach you some key vocabulary words and phrases. Now, as I read along, I will have the vocabulary words highlighted on the screen and I will tell you what they mean so you can practice them at a later time. I hope you're ready for some learning and some laughter. Let's dive into today's story. Air travel is a mess. 14,000 flights canceled. Oh, wow. Air travel. So, according to this article that I found by ABC, air travel is a mess. So, a mess means something is out of order. It's awful looking. It's disorganized, okay? So your table can be a mess. Your office can be a mess. The bathroom can be a mess. Or what someone is doing can be a mess or messy. So you might say, wow, this restaurant parking lot is a mess, but the food is good. Okay, let's continue. A powerful winter storm swept through the upper Midwest and created major traffic chaos across the United States. Okay, now you can sweep a floor with a broom. But notice the winter storm swept through. So they are describing that the storm came through very, very quickly. Okay, so the storm swept through the city, you might say. All right, now it caused travel chaos. You see that? Travel chaos. So a lot of problems, a lot of confusion, okay? A lot of anxiety. People were late. People were angry. Just a lot of chaos, okay? As of Saturday afternoon, more than 1,400 flights. Typo up here. I said 14,000. That should be 1,400. More than 1,400 flights were canceled. Okay? So when something is canceled, it's stopped. Okay? We canceled the baseball game because of the rain. Okay? So we stopped. We interrupted the schedule. I canceled my date with my wife because I didn't have any money. Okay, so to stop, to cancel. 1,400 flights were canceled nationwide, with the majority, say that, majority of the disruption at Chicago O'Hare International Airport. So when we use the word majority, the major portion or amount of something, okay? So if I had some soup and you wanted some and I gave you a little bit and I got a lot, you would say Jay got a majority of the soup. So most of the problems, according to this article, happened in Chicago. Notice with the majority of the disruption. Most of the hindrances, problems, the stop in people's schedule. Okay. So a couple of weeks ago when I went to Miami, our flight was delayed. Actually, our flight was canceled. Okay. So it disrupted our travel plans. It caused us to change, caused us to do something different. The majority of the disruption at Chicago O'Hare International Airport, the hardest hit airport. Snow and ice blanketed runways and roads, making travel dangerous and causing long delays. Flights leaving O'Hare were delayed by an average of 5 hours, while another nearby airport also saw hundreds of cancellations. Okay, let's go back. The snow and ice blanketed runways and roads. So when something is blanketed, it is covered. Okay, so the snow covered the highways, the roads. Everywhere you looked, snow covered the landscape. Okay, do you live in a cold area in the United States or another country? Have you ever been a part of a snowstorm or a blizzard? I am so glad I live in a southern state where I don't have to worry about long periods of snow in our region. If you live somewhere where you have lots of snow, let me know down in the comments section. I met a man here in Georgia who was from Cleveland, and he said as soon as he became of age, he left Cleveland because he did not like the weather. And he told me he got down south and he said it was just too hot. He said he never experienced heat and rain at the same time. I was like, wow. So everyone has different experiences, and I love to hear about them. Let's continue. The storm hit just when many people were traveling home after the holiday, which made the impact especially serious. Yeah, you're trying to get back home and then a storm hits. It's very inconvenient, but we do not have control over that. A cross-country weather system had already pushed snow from Montana to Missouri the day before. Now notice, a cross-country weather system. What does that mean? So that simply means something happened in one part of the country and it began to move towards another part of the country, a cross-country pattern. So sometimes we have certain types of weather. Like last week, it was very windy. And so I asked my wife, I said, is this wind coming in from the storm that I heard was over in Texas? So a cross-country weather pattern. So the weather was moving from Texas to Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, and finally it arrived in Georgia. Okay, we're almost done. And by Saturday morning, the storm reached the Midwest, affecting travelers who planned to return home. In Chicago, or is it Chicago? Chicago, meteorologists warned that the heaviest snow would fall Saturday between noon and 8 p.m. So a meteorologist is a person that studies weather patterns. Okay, so we call meteorologists the weatherman or the weather woman. You see them on the news or on the internet, and they're usually pointing at a map saying there's a tornado in Oklahoma or the city was flooded in Louisiana. So the meteorologists try to predict what a storm is going to do or has the possibility of doing certain things. Okay, they may have a forecast and say, here's the 3-day forecast, 7-day. And when you go online to, I believe it's like weather.com, you can see a 10-day forecast or even a 30-day forecast. They can not only try to predict the weather patterns, they can even tell you what they think the moon will be like and where it will be. So it's amazing. One thing I don't like about meteorologists is that when they're wrong, they never come back and apologize. They never say, we said it was going to be hot, but it was chilly. They never come back and say, my bad. I'm sorry. They don't do that. Let's continue as we conclude. Authorities. Remember that word? Authorities. Okay? Authority. Let's see here. There we go. Authorities, or people that are in charge and enforce the law. Authorities said 6 to 10 inches of snow were possible. I couldn't do it. That kind of heavy snow can create hazardous conditions, slippery roads, low visibility, and dangerous ice buildup, making travel risky or impossible. So something that is hazardous is dangerous, okay? So the heavy snow created hazardous or dangerous conditions. So a workplace can be hazardous if there's nails on the floor, okay? Slippery roads, so you can slip on the roads when you walk or drive. Low visibility, meaning you can't see that far. The weather clouds your vision. And dangerous ice buildup. We call it black ice, where there's so much ice on the road, it looks like concrete, but it's actually ice, and it's very dangerous. Because of the widespread cancellations and delays, many people were stranded. Okay, they were left somewhere without transportation. So I was stranded at the mall, stranded at the airport, and I had to call an Uber, you might say. Travelers had to wait in long lines, face uncertain schedules, or even cancel trips. Airports issued ground stops. A ground stop is when those that are in charge grounds everyone. They say you cannot travel because it's too dangerous. Stop the buses, stop the trains, stop the airplanes. Just sit down. You're grounded. To prevent more flights from taking off or landing until conditions improved. This weather event shows how powerful storms can disrupt daily life, disrupt or change your daily schedule. Okay, you can say I'll be at the airport at noon and then I'll be home by 3. But when a storm comes through and it delays your travel, You may not get home until 10 p.m., okay? Even in a modern country with robust travel systems, a robust travel system, something that is robust, something that is advanced, something that is not, as we would say, back in the day. So, robust travel systems. Back in, I don't know, the 1700s, people would travel by horse and buggy. But now we have robust traveling systems. We have cars, we have trains, we have planes, we have boats. So we have a more advanced way of travel now. Many families had to change or postpone. Postpone means to reschedule, postpone their holiday plans. With snowstorms projected to continue across the region in the coming days, experts urged travelers to stay alert, check their flight status often, and plan extra time if they must travel. So our last vocabulary word, an expert. Okay, an expert is someone who is considered a professional, someone that knows what they are doing, and they have a proven track record. So a doctor could be an expert. Okay, an athlete can be an expert. A minister or preacher can be an expert. A dietitian could be an expert. So someone who should know what they are doing, they are a professional or expert. All right, so I believe I have taught you about 15 different English vocabulary words, and I have added a few English phrases in today's lesson. Now, make sure you go back, rewatch today's lesson so you can familiarize yourself with some of these words. Experts, postpone, disrupt, ground stops, cancellations, hazardous, meteorologist, delayed, blanketed, disruption, canceled, majority, and a mess. Well, as always, thank you so much for watching today's English lesson. If you have made it to the end, make sure you let me know if you live in a region that has snow. And if you do, let me know where that is. And do you like snowy weather? Okay. If you haven't experienced this type of weather, let me know how hot it gets where you live. I would love to hear where you are watching from and some of your experiences. Thanks to all of my new subscribers and channel supporters. If today's English lesson has been a help to you, all I ask is that you share it with a friend that's trying to improve their English, whether it's by WhatsApp, you text them the link on Facebook. All I ask is that you share so I could brighten someone's day and help them to learn English in a better way. Well, that's going to do it for today's English lesson. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Make sure those notifications are on, and I'll see you on my next English lesson. Have a great day.